Oh, maybe that's Jeff with the marijuana.
Maud, if that's your nephew, forget it.
Thank you, Walter. Remember what Shakespeare said? How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a Fink for a husband.
Fink! I'm no Fink. These are Union tomatoes.
How much?
75 cents a box.
You sure the bottom ones aren't mushy?
Lady, you gotta take your chances.
In that case, I'll take one box.
Fine. Which one?
Wait a minute. Which one? I'll take top of this box. And listen, darling, I'm terribly sorry I'm so edgy, but I'm exhausted. I was so nervous about this morning that I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Well, why didn't you take something like a couple of Secanols?
We're out of Secanols, but I did take 2 chlorohydrates and a Librium, and they didn't work.
Well, I took 2 Miltown and a Doroden. I slept like a lamb.
And snored like a moose.
Now, I should have taken 2 mepibromates with a Nembutol instead of the 2 chlorohydrates with a Librium. Philip, cold knockwurst for breakfast? How can you put that junk inside you? Listen, sweetheart. Would you like Grandma Maud to make you a nice little omelet?
No.
Thank God if I had to cook this time of the morning. Look, sweetheart, it's really time to go to school. Come on, dear.
So long, Philip. Now, how about me, Maud? Where's my breakfast?
I don't have time to fix you your breakfast. Here, have some cold knockwurst.
Knockwurst for breakfast? With a diet like this, I could get scurvy.
Here's a lime. Oh, I hope that's Jeff with the marijuana. He knows I've been waiting for it. There's not that much. I'm coming. Oh, Jeff.
I am odd.
Oh, you got here in time, Jeff. I knew I could count on you. That's why you've always been my favorite nephew.
I don't have the pot.
You're a loser, Jeff. You've always been a loser, Jeff. Jeff, where is it? Where is it, Jeff?
It's really scarce, Aunt Maud. There was a big senior prom last night.
Oh. Listen, Jeff, go out on the streets. Hang around playgrounds. Jeff, don't come back without the marijuana.
My luck. I have to have an aunt who's ahead.
Walter, Jeff... Ahead of what? Walter, Jeff blew it. He blew it. He didn't bring the marijuana. What am I going to do? All the girls are expecting me to supply the stuff. Oh, Lorraine.
Shirley and Francis have already left in Rita's station wagon.
Yeah.
Sue Jane, Sally, Joyce, you and I are going to go in my Volkswagen.
Well, that should be a fun ride, Maud.
Listen, Lorraine, look. Yeah. Why don't you go on ahead, and I'll meet the rest of you girls down at the station.
Well, there's nothing wrong, is there? You do have the pot, don't you?
Do I have the pot? Walter, she wants to know if I have the pot.
Tell her, Maud.
Lorraine, you go on without me.
Well, I thought we'd go together.
Well, no, I think it's wise that we split up. You know, in case you have a fatal accident, at least one of us can get through.
Maud, you think of everything.
Walter, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Maud, you tried and you failed, and you can't do any better than that.
I've got to get the marijuana. I refuse to give up.
Good morning.
Oh, Carol, honey, I have a big favor to ask of you.
Mother, please spare me. It's bad enough I had to listen to you and Walter argue all night.
We were not arguing. I just had to speak very loud because Walter was trying to sleep.
Well, anyway, I feel awful. Because of you, I ended up taking a Valium, something I never do.
Oh, honey, you should have tried a couple of Doroden.
I should have tried a couple of earplugs. Just wonder what I'm going to do all day at work.
Oh, honey, why didn't you tell me? I have just the thing for you. That's what mommies are for. Here, sweetheart, take a Ritalin. It'll pick you up like that. Now then, I did you a favor. You do me a favor. Honey, I've got to have some marijuana. Now, please, Carol, call one of your weird friends.
Mother, I would love to help you, but at the moment, I don't know anyone who smokes grass.
You raise a daughter and what happens? She turns out all right. Who can I turn to? Who?
Oh, hey, you know, Maud? With a little sauerkraut, knockwurst ain't bad for breakfast.
Good morning, all.
Well, the good doctor.
Now, Marty, be kind. I'm not a well man. Last night I attended a seminar on preventive medicine. I've got a hell of a hangover.
Arthur, as long as you're here, Maud ran out of second holds, and I could use some Milltown and some Librium.
Well, all right, Walter. But I have to remind you again that we do not approve of people consuming substances which could have a deleterious effect on their health. Make me a Bloody Mary. I think I'm dying.
Listen, Arthur, if you don't feel well, I am sincerely sorry. Now, I really mean that, Arthur.
You didn't get the marijuana, right? You're not going to drag me to this ludicrous scheme.
The American Bar Association, the President's Commission, even your own organization, the AMA, all say the laws are too severe.
What's that got to do with it? I'm talking about morality. You start these young kids off on pot, indiscriminate sex, running off to Canada to avoid the draft. You know what it leads to? You know what it leads to? Well, I'll tell you what it leads to. Jane Fonda.
Arthur, if that's what it takes to get a Jane Fonda, what the hell?
And to think that her father once played Abraham Lincoln. What's this great romance you have going with marijuana?
Oh, look, Arthur, I smoke as much grass as you do.
Arthur, you've got some nerve. You're standing here dispensing drugs like they're going out of style. And on top of it, you're hungover from drinking.
But I did not deliberately set out to get high. Well, I gotta get to the hospital. Thanks for the drink. Look at that, shaking like a leaf. Lucky for me, I don't have to operate today.
Lucky for him.
Come to think of it, it's lucky for everybody.
Excuse me, Mrs. Finlay, but a friend of your nephew's left us at the back door. He says you owe him $20.
Walter, give her the money. Oh, Florida. Florida, there is a pot fairy after all.
Pot fairy? Funny. The kid looked normal to me.
So that's marijuana.
Looks just like oregano, doesn't it? Wonder what it smells like.
Doesn't smell like much anything till you light it.
Don't know anybody who uses pot, huh? Walter, what are you doing with my marijuana?
Your marijuana? Didn't I just pay $20 for it?
Oh, come on, Walter. What does that have to do with it?
If I paid for it, it's mine.
Now, look, Walter, don't do this to me. Give me my marijuana, and I'll give you the money.
I don't want your $20,
Walter,
Ward.
I am not talking about $20. Here is 2 cents, which, believe me, is all your life will be worth if you don't give me my Okay, Walter. You win. You've made your point. I see there's nothing I can do. You keep the pot.
Girls, please.
I have the pot right here. But listen, why don't you all stay up here and let me talk to that gentleman? Maybe I can make some kind of a package deal rather than have to give each of us our own pot.
That's what old man. She speaks of everything.
Sir, but are you the man I report to?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, here, I have enough pot. No need to do that. I mean, if you've seen one bag of marijuana, you've seen them all.
Wait a minute, lady. That don't look like marijuana.
All right, I'll give you one more look.
I didn't get a good look, but I got a good smell. That's oregano.
You know, it's amazing how many people who don't know the real stuff think that.
Lady, I'm Italian. I've been on oregano all my life.
Now listen, Sergeant, come closer. What's your name, honey?
Lazario, Sergeant Joseph Lazario.
Tell me, Joey, do you have any children?
Yeah, 2.
Who might at any moment be thrown into jail for smoking pot.
Lady, my youngest one turns on by playing with her toes. She's 2.
Look, please, think of this as marijuana, Joey, for your children's future.
Lady, have a heart. I'm exhausted.
Why didn't you tell me, you silly? I have just the thing for you. Here, take one of these. You'll feel better right away.
What is it?
Dexamil. Go on, take it. In police parlance, it's an upper. Like
I know what it is.
Now look, Joey, I have had a very rough day. I had the real pot. The real pot. I had it, but after 3 days of fighting with my husband and no sleep and taking abuse from my next-door neighbor, my husband took it away from me just 20 minutes ago. Now look, Joey, I've had it up to here.
Tom! Tom, save us all. Go down a block and buy this lady some grass. That's right, lady. We know where it is. We just don't have time rounding it all up.